In class, thanks for completing all 4 sections of the test yesterday. Those of you who have emailed me questions about it, I will work to get back to some of those today. It might be till tomorrow we're discussing kind of how we'll share results and those types of things as well. But we have a couple kids finishing up parts today, so I can't share too much about the test yet, but I promise that information will be coming. Overall, you guys did awesome. One thing I want you to think about is really just to focus on the total score that I will be putting in for everybody today. I know sometimes when you look at one of the individual scores, that can be a little concerning, but remember, the only thing impacting your grade is that total score. So if you just didn't do well on one section of the test, you still could do fairly well on the overall test. Okay, today you're starting chapter 10, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update that the day-to-day might look a little bit different. We tried in chapter 9 to be very consistent: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday learning, Thursday kind of review catch up, and Friday quiz. Having said that, chapter 10 is a little bit more challenging, so we wanted to space things out a little bit more to give you guys more time, more review days, and those types of things. So we're kind of cutting down to more of 2 sections a week, except this week 1 day is a factor review. So rather than saying Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or this, you'll see in the distance learning folder, I kind of updated it. Instead of set days, you're going to have new lesson learning days, okay? So they could fall on any day, and we'll talk about that. But on a new lesson learning day, you watch the video and take the notes like you have been, do the homework as best you can, check your homework answers, and remember, do not forget to fill out that Google form. That is your ABA, your attendance. So even if you only watch the video and take notes, that's your half an hour, let's say, of ABA work. Fill out the Google form, then submit it, and then later that night you can go back and do your homework. Okay, so remember, the Google form is your attendance component that must be completed by 5 o'clock. Yes, in theory, ABAs are only 30 minutes or less, which your videos will always be under that. So again, if you don't have time to finish the homework assignment, that would be like in school, you go home at nighttime and do that after the ABA. Okay, then within that, so you'll learn some lessons, but then you're going to have these things called catch-up review days. And again, those are where you finish any homework you haven't completed. You can watch videos about homework questions that have been asked in a questions folder I'll create. And I'm actually just going to leave all of those in one folder rather than moving them week by week. I forgot to make that folder before this video, but it'll just say homework questions folder. And then within that folder, I'll put like 10-1 questions, 10-2 questions, folders of those. And then finally, also on the catch-up review days, make sure you fill out your ABA Google form at some point, just letting me know kind of where you're at, what questions you have. And then the final thing that you have until test time is that we have formative check-in days, okay? So on a formative check-in day, your ABA is to complete and submit it by 5 p.m. That's it. You don't have an extra Google form to fill out. You just take the Schoology quiz. Again, all of those, unless they're super short, are 0.25 factor. So it'd be 25-point quiz. Okay? And we'll still have those every 2 sections or so. All right. So now I want to go into this week. So I'll show you what we have so far, and you'll see more on mine than you see there. Because we're starting a new chapter, I did put the full notes packet and the full homework packet here. You can either, as you're doing your homework, just open this up and do it in a notebook. If you have access to a printer, you could print both of those, and then it would be just like being in class. But I know now that you didn't have the option to pick it up, printing might not be an option. If that's the case, just take notes in a notebook like you normally would, and then open up the homework and do the problems from there. The other thing I want to show you is that underneath the weekly stuff, so this is this week's, and again, you won't see Thursday, Friday yet because it's unpublished, I did put the normal chapter 10 folder in there, and the reason I did that is because it does have a few more resources than what I put in every day. The biggest thing I would say is in the notes folder, if you wanted to see the filled in notes, you could click on that and print those off. So if you're someone who just likes to watch a video and follow along, you could actually print the notes ahead of time and use that. You'll notice 10.2 is missing. We're working on that, and I'll get that in there soon. Okay? But so for some of you, that might save you time when watching the videos. I do still encourage you, though, whenever watching a video, if it's asking you to try an example on your own, to do that somewhere on your own. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, that was your test. I'll leave those open just because otherwise your grades will go away in the grade book. But Wednesday is an example. The other thing I've changed is I'm going to start putting a section next to the day so that when you go to study for the test, if you needed to review 10-1, you know what folder to open. So in here, you'll see that once again, you have the 10-1 video. Okay, so I should add, I'm actually going to name it the video. Okay, so video, you'll watch that. Sorry, I should have done this ahead of time, but so that you know exactly what you're looking for. So you watch the video, take the notes, like I said, either print off the note sheet, and then you're going to do your homework, and then you'll look at the key, and don't forget, remember, this is the ABA, okay, the stuff at the bottom that won't show up in yours. Okay, so you take your ABA, and you're done for the day. Back to Thursday. Okay, so tomorrow, and again, this won't show for you, but you're going to do 10-2. 10-2 again is in your note sheet. This will be the video. I'll rename that. And then you will have your, this one can go away. Sorry, didn't clean these up before I did this. You'll do your homework, check your key. I'll move that up. And then again, don't forget to do the ABA. Okay, now Friday is going to be a little bit different. When we start getting into 10-3, 10-4, you have to know how to factor. So on Friday, this is going to be a factor review day. Now, technically, Friday is a late start, so you only need to do 15 minutes of work. So that means you are going to start by watching the video, which is just under 15 minutes, and that reviews factoring. Now, the note sheet for this is not in the packet, so if you want to copy it off, this notes blank would be where you would copy down to follow along the video. Okay, watching the video and taking notes on it would be your ABA. Again, that's 15 minutes, but then you have to fill out the Google form. Okay, but so again, technically your ABA is only 15 minutes because it's a late start. Video and notes, and then fill out this form. Now, over the weekend, I would strongly encourage you, or Friday later in the day, to do the homework factoring review. Okay, so again, it's not in the homework packet, so that's why I have it here. And then you would check your answers on the key. When we get into next week, you have to know how to factor before you do that. Okay, last but not least, I just want to show you what's coming up. So if I go back to my main page, you can see over here, we have 10-1, 10-2, factoring review Friday. Monday, you get review catch up. Okay, and then on Tuesday next week, you're going to have your first Schoology quiz, which will be on 10-1, 10-2, and the factoring review. Okay, if we look at the overall calendar, and I'm not sure if you guys can click up there and see this, and I'm going to delete my other calendars for now so it's not confusing. So you guys are the pink. So we're here at 10-1, 10-2 today, factoring review Friday, review Monday, Schoology quiz. And now you'll start to see where it slows down. Wednesday, you'll learn 10-3, 10-4 we broke down into 2 days. So we really are just breaking lessons up. You get a review day, and then the Schoology quiz is next Tuesday. Then we're going to do 10-5 day one, or 10-5 over 2 days, 10-6, and then you get another review day. So it's kind of the same, just less lessons per week. It's more of a day 2 of a lesson instead of the other. Okay? And if you look out, you can see that right now we have kind of a weird thing going on with the test. I think we might move this forward. Or no, so sorry. So we have rainbow review, another review. So 3 days of review. And then finally we'll have 2 days of testing again. So we will take part 1, part 2 test, or we'll break it up. Okay, so that'll be the week of May 18th and 19th. Again, all of this is contingent on the fact that we don't go back to school. If we do go back, which hopefully we'll learn more about today, obviously things, we'll still be doing this chapter, but it might just look a little bit differently. Okay, I appreciate your patience. I'm hoping to see more and more of you at office hours. I hope you realize how helpful that has been for some. Again, that's where you can see me live and we can answer questions on a whiteboard like we always would. I'm available again. This will change to Tuesday again because I only changed that to Monday because of the test. So I'll be available Thursday from 3 to 4. So tomorrow after school from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock p.m. And then next Tuesday morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And then Thursday afternoon. So join me anytime there. You just click on this. And then at the time the office hour starts, I open this. So you can see Thursdays is ready to go, but you won't be able to see it until 3 o'clock tomorrow. All right. Hope all is well. Good luck with the start of chapter 10. Let's continue to dig in. I know sometimes it's hard to stay motivated in this environment, but we got to do the best we can because you really will need this as you head forward into future math classes. I miss you guys and hope you are all doing well. Thanks.